everybody, this is Layla Phantom once again for another installment of the Unmarry Sue DPOCs. And today I'm going to be going into insight about relationship. Why this is such a big problem among Danny Phantom characters, it just is. Basically, that's what they're usually made for, is for relationships and stuff like that. So I'm going to go a little bit into more detail about that. This will be, I guess, my last video, but if anyone needs any questions, then I could do some more videos. Give me a topic and I'll talk more into it if you need help with that. So, first thing I want to talk about is relationships with main characters, such as Danny, Sam, Tucker, etc. So, with main characters, it's a lot harder to do because it's basically considered already Mary Sue if you in turn like the character, like how my character is paired with Danny and I am a complete Danny fangirl. So they think that kind of clouds your character's mind because you like them as well, so you try to make Danny a little bit OOC, which is really out of character. So, basically, if you can watch that, then you'll be good. Because if you don't think Danny would say it, don't make him say it. Like, he wouldn't go all kind for someone who keeps beating him up for no reason. He wouldn't do that. He'd probably just kind of either get back at them with ghost powers or, I don't know, something like that. Always keep Danny's personality in mind. Don't ever make them out of character because that's really sad. And with Sam, if any character is paired up with her, I've never seen one so far, but if any character is paired up with her, she's really into Danny, so it's gonna take a little bit more effort to get her. And secondary characters, such as Paulina, Dash, Skulker, the unimportant people. There has actually been a character that is put together with Fright Night, I've seen, and if you can do it with secondary characters, it's a lot easier than doing with the main characters, Danny, Sam, or Tucker, because it just puts the main focus back onto the character instead of the other character, which is the person they're relationshiped to, I guess you could say. Anyway, it's not really that hard because no one really cares about those characters, and if you don't have a crush on, like, say Dash, I hate him, I abhor him, I really wish he would just go and turn over a new leaf and die, I don't know. But like with that, if you don't really like them, then it's a really good idea because you can keep them the way you know they'd act, and your character will like them even though you don't. So yeah, basically keep the character's personality in mind. If they wouldn't say it or do it in the Danny Phantom world, they wouldn't say it or do it in real life. Okay. How they are compatible. Meaning, why does the other person like them? Like, let's see. My OC Allegra, she's one of those kind of people that you just want to pinch her cheeks because she's so sweet and adorable and stuff like that. But she's nice to most people, and she's in a way naive because she doesn't really think that anyone would intentionally be mean to her or try to lead her astray. So she's pretty naive, but she's nice to a lot of the characters, and people like nice people. I mean, Paulina doesn't like her because she's too nice, and she wears, I don't know, she's just way too nice to especially Danny and the others. So, compatibility is usually based on personality and what their interests are. Like, Danny wants to be an astronaut, and if your character wants to be an astronaut too, then they can have something in common, but please don't do that because if you're doing it for no reason, just to make them like being an astronaut, maybe they don't really want to go into space or they have height issues or something like that, and suddenly they want to go to be an astronaut. That's really weird. It's like you're trying to get them to be with Danny. Please don't do that. Please think. I think of my OC's personality as if they were real people, which is why I can vary them very much instead of, my OC Allegra. She's just a smidge like me, just a little bit. In the sense that we're both nice people, funny people that don't really judge people on looks, and though I'm not incredibly afraid of heights like she is, and I don't wear pink. Trust me, I don't wear pink. I hate pink. She loves pink. How they got together. This is a cause for really good creativity because again, you have to put the canon characters or the main characters' personality in mind for how they got together. Maybe your OC is half ghost, and they started her and Danny started fighting each other, and then but in human life, they're actually really good friends. So when she finds out that he's Danny Phantom, she can put the past. I don't know, something like that. So you gotta make it creative for how they got together. Don't put it like Danny suddenly sees your character and immediately falls in love with her because she's so beautiful, or Sam immediately falls in love. Well, she has done that once, but I guess you could do that, but it'd be kind of over Gary Stewish, so be careful with that. Halfas. Does your character's powers exceed theirs? This one, like, my OC is going to be paired with Danny, but her powers aren't really as powerful as Danny's in the ghost sense because she's practiced longer with her elemental powers, which is her plant powers, so she's not really good at, making clones of herself. She actually can't do that. She can't fly because she's afraid of heights, so she's basically useless in some cases. Her ectoplasm isn't as strong unless she uses her cascading cherry blossoms attack. So be careful when you make your character overpowerful. If you do that, it automatically makes them a Mary Stu or a Gary Stu. If you're pairing them with someone, don't make them too powerful because you want to keep it. Again, I keep using this word. I know you're tired of me using this word, but it comes in handy. Keep it balanced. Your character can't be overly powerful, but they can't be really weak because then they'll be like one of those damsels in distress, and some people really hate that. So don't make them too powerful, but don't make them too weak that they're too much of a pushover. Another for Halfas. Why they exceed theirs and does the canon mind? Meaning, why does the character's powers exceed the other person's characters? I know I really shouldn't be talking into this because I just said you're not supposed to make it more powerful, but if you do, I'm sure if your character starts showing off in front of Danny because they're so powerful that he's actually gonna hate it, so he's gonna hate your character a little bit. So again, you have to be careful with that. Don't gloat. If your character is known for gloating, and they're half ghosts, they're pretty much not going to be a good match for Danny because they'll be gloating every time they win a battle, and they're too powerful and stuff like that. So, not much to talk about in this sense. So, yeah, I think that's basically it. And if your character is a half ghost while the canon you're pairing them up with is only a ghost, then you can save them occasionally, but the character will want to know the identity and stuff like that. You can't, the thing between Paulina and Danny, stuff like that. Well, that's basically all I got for today's video. I think that's basically it. If you have any suggestions on what I should cover next, maybe some topics I covered, but do them in a little bit more detail, I can try. Again, I say put comments on my profile and or send me a note on DeviantArt. I usually check my DeviantArt notes more than I do anything else. I really do. So one or the other. Give me suggestions. Tell me what you want, stuff like that, and I'll get into it. I'm glad this is helping some people. Really, I am. So this is Layla Phantom signing off.